Hi guys, welcome to the video. This is the first video in the backtracking series and we are just designing the template which we'll be using going forward in all other videos and all the other questions. So just wanted to clarify, this video is not about how backtracking works because there are plenty of videos which are already available, so you can just watch that. And this video will just about the template which you can use for all the questions, so you don't have to mug up any you don't so you don't have to mug up basically all the questions. So this is the skeleton that we are going to use going forward. So for any backtracking problem, these will be the cases. So there will be a first if condition which will just check if the base case is reached or not. This we will discuss in next question which we'll solve. But for now, you can assume every question will have some base condition which we want to satisfy. Then only we can consider that as an answer. So if that's satisfied, then we can assign it to the answer array. And then the second part is a for loop, which is just a for loop over all the choices that we have in that question. This can vary depending on the question. Like for each question there might be different choices that we can make, but for now we can just assume, okay, every question will have a choice and we have to iterate over all the choices. And then we have the if part. Here we are trying to just prune it. So for example, if we somehow ended up into the wrong path, then we have to prune it, so we are not going forward in that. This will be just used to optimize the code, so the running complexity, or so the it run faster than the old code basically. And then we will just append the choice and just backtrack and then pop it. So for now, you just have to remember there are four things that will build this template. One, we need to identify the base case. Second, we have to find out what are the choices in any question. And third, we have to decide if we can prune it or not. And then fourth is pretty straightforward. It will be the same for all the question. We are backtracking it, so we have to append it, then we have to backtrack and pop. So let's understand with the help of this example. So here the goal is to generate all the binary string from a given integer. So here you can see for n equal to 3, it will be 001, 000, and so on. So here let's try to identify what can be the base case. So if you can see in all the strings, the length is 3 and the length 3 is coming from n3. So based on this, we can identify, okay, so the base case here will be if my length of string is equal to n, then we have to append that. That will be the base case. And now we want to see what are the choices here. So if you can see in the answer, the choices are either you can pick 0 or 1. So there is no other choices. So here we have to iterate over 0 or 1. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you see it, the base case is just we are just matching if the length of path is equal to n, then we just need to append it. And for the choices, as I mentioned, we only have two things, either we can pick 0 or 1. Prune, we cannot prune it anything because every string of length 3 is qualified, so we are not pruning it here. And then the last part is pretty straightforward. We will append the path and then we'll recurse and then pop. And this will be the recursion tree that will be built with the solution. So let's start. So what's happening? So in the first loop, the first choice we made is 0, and then we again call the same function, and then again we'll make the same choice because we are going to the same thing, so it will be 0. And remember, still it's not 3, so we are again going to call the same function. So again it will call the backtrack, and then again we'll pick the 0. Now the first base condition will hit the if condition. Yeah, so the first condition will hit, and then we'll store the data. We'll store the answer in the temporary variable, or the answer, we can say it. And then we'll backtrack. Once we backtrack, then we know here we already exhausted 0. So now the only option we have is to pick 1. So we'll again pick 1, and then we'll check. So it will be 001. So now again it will hit the base condition which is equal to 3. So now again we'll append the answer and then return. So like that, it will happen for all the choices, and towards the end we'll have this answer. So this is the code for what we what I have shown you earlier. And if you can see the code, you can visualize like it's same as what we have in the template. So the base condition here is we just need to check if length of path is equal to n, then we will append it. Here we are doing it, here we are doing join because this will be an array and we want to store it as a string. And the choices are pretty straightforward here. Either we can pick 0 or 1. So we are just going to iterate over 0, 1. And then we'll just append the choice. Like choice here means like 0. So first time we'll append 0 and then we'll again backtrack and then we'll pop it. So if you try to visualize here, so the first loop will come, it will run 0. So our path will have 0. Now we'll backtrack with the path. Again, it will go here, then again it will go, and then again we'll have 0 choice. So we'll again append 0. So now the path will be 0, 0. Again it will go, and then we'll have 0, 0, 0. So once we have the 0, 0, 0, it will hit the if condition, and then we'll append, and then we'll return. So as I explained you earlier, when you return it, then we need to, yeah. So after we return, we'll have 0, 0 in the path, and then we'll go to the next choice, which is 1, and so on. Like we will iterate until we find the length, until like there is until we exhaust all the options basically, and then towards the end we'll just return the answer. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Going forward, we'll use the same format for all the questions. Like we'll try to solve probably like 9-10 questions which are most common in the interviews, so you don't have to mug up anything in the future. So any question came and you have not seen that, or like you have not implemented that on your own, then that question also you can solve it. So basically, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and see you in the next one.